नमस्कार, मैं दीपिका लिंगडा, एपेक्स न्यूज इंडिया में आपका स्वागत है। आइए डालते हैं एक नजर आज की सुर्खियों पर। और अब खबरें विस्तार से। बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स ने 2 बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों को न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया है, जिन पर आतंकवादी होने का संदेह था। ये घुसपैठिया अवैध रूप से भारत में प्रवेश करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। घुसपैठियों की पहचान आशिकुर और मुशादिद के रूप में हुई है। इन्हें परायहाट के पास मेन पिलर 1260 सिलहट मेघालय अंतरराष्ट्रीय सीमा पर मार गिराया गया। सीमा इलाकों में सुरक्षा एजेंसीज हाई अलर्ट पर है और जानकारी का इंतजार है। मुख्यमंत्री कॉनराड के संगमा ने आश्वासन दिया है कि मेघालय स्टेट रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी 1972 पर एक्सपर्ट कमेटी की रिपोर्ट जल्द ही पब्लिक की जाएगी। दिल्ली के बारे में बताते हुए सीएम ने कहा कि रिपोर्ट बहुत विशाल और संवेदनशील है, जिसका वजन लगभग 200 किलोग्राम है और जिसमें 4000 से 5000 पेजेस है। उन्होंने जोर दिया कि छोटी सी भी पंक्चुएशन भी रिपोर्ट के मतलब को बदल सकती है। चीफ सेक्रेटरी सहित वरिष्ठ अधिकारी रिपोर्ट को लाइन बाय लाइन जांच कर रहे हैं। रिव्यू पूरा होने के बाद रिपोर्ट कैबिनेट के सामने रखी जाएगी और बिना किसी देरी के पब्लिक की जाएगी। सीएम ने स्पष्ट किया कि रिपोर्ट को छुपाने का कोई इरादा नहीं है।
So therefore it would be wrong for us simply just to say we'll read the conclusion and that's it. It's not like that. It's not so simple. It's huge. As I said, it's a bulk. We had to send a special, vehicle to get the report back because we couldn't bring it in the flight also because it was so big. So as I said, 200 kgs of paperwork. The chief secretary and the other officials had to go through every line, every page, and it was a very, very big task. And of course, they've finished it. They are going to submit it and show it to the cabinet. And of course, as soon as they give it to us, we will be making it public. There's no question of not making it public. This is a matter of great importance to the people, and the people should know what's there in the report. And we will be definitely sharing it. But as I said, you have to be realistic about the fact that that being a sensitive matter, the officials cannot just simply ignore even a single page or even a single word. They had to go through every single bit of it, and that's why it took some time. But they are ready now, so I think very soon we should be making it public. Thank you.
एक ऐतिहासिक फैसले में मेघालय कैबिनेट ने राज्य भर के 23,000 से अधिक अधोक और एसएसए टीचर्स के लिए स्ट्रक्चर्ड पे स्केल को मंजूरी दे दी है। मुख्यमंत्री कॉनराड के संगमा ने कहा कि इस फैसले से जॉब सिक्योरिटी, एनुअल इंक्रीमेंट और कंट्रीब्यूटरी प्रोविडेंट फंड का लाभ मिलेगा। ये पॉलिसी 1 अप्रैल 2026 से लागू होगी, जैसा पहला वादा किया गया था। सीएम ने इसे शिक्षा क्षेत्र के लिए गेम चेंजर बताया और कहा कि इससे टीचर्स को लॉन्ग टर्म स्टेबिलिटी मिलेगी।
And a major reform when it comes to the education sector. I am very happy to inform the people of the state and more importantly the ad hoc teachers and the SSA teachers that the cabinet today has approved the proposal that was given by the education department to number one, create a structured pay for the ad hoc and the SSA teachers. Number two, to have a yearly increment program for them so that they don't get stuck at a particular salary. The salary also, the base salary has been also enhanced on the basis of seniority. So somebody who's been serving for 15 years, 20 years, compared to somebody who's serving only for 1 year, 2 years, were getting the same salary before. So we have created some scales and categorization in terms of the period of service and given a minimum increment for each one of them. And number 3, most important, is that the job security is there for them. So today, when SSA teachers are there, we understand that there is some doubt in their mind about the future of their jobs. The ad hoc teachers also, they have some doubt about their jobs. And therefore, this particular move and decision of the cabinet will ensure that there is a job security for the SSA as well as the ad hoc teachers. And also we have put a provision where under the there will be contribution to the CPF, which will be done both by the teachers and the governments to ensure that when they do retire, that there is some kind of a safety and security for them post-retirement also. This also, we have decided that this will be implemented in a form of a society, and there'll be a society that will manage all of this. So all of these factors have been proposed today, and these were the salient features of the proposal. We have the exact numbers and everything with us, but I will not share that with you today because we are going to implement this from the 1st of April 2026, as was promised by me about a month back, that we are going to conclude this before Christmas and we are going to implement it by the 1st of April. And I'm fulfilling that commitment made to our teachers. And in the next 3 months post the New Year's, we will work on exactly the mode of implementation, the different administrative procedures required. And through that period, I will then inform you about the detailed numbers. But these numbers have already been discussed with the SSA teachers and with the ad hoc teachers. And it is with that approval and with the discussion with them that we have brought this to the cabinet. And today the cabinet has approved. There are certain small concerns that are being raised. We will be ironing those concerns out as we move along. But in principle, the broad structure today has been finalized. And as I said, it's a major reform, because you have to understand that this will lead to future reforms that are very much necessary in the education sector. And this will also lead to, as I said, a very structured pay in the future for the SSA and the ad hoc teachers, so that they don't have to be worried about their increments again. They don't have to be worried every 3 years, every 5 years of coming to the government, keep on demanding that they should be given higher salaries. So the incremental, the pay that they will be getting every year will take care of those concerns. And we are hopeful that with this major decision today that's been taken, as promised by us about a month back, as I said, will lead to a huge reformation in the education department, which I will share with you post New Year's once we start the administrative procedure of implementing this particular decision that has been taken today. So I want to share this with all of you, and in a way it's like a positive Christmas news for our teachers. This is something that the teachers have been demanding for a very long time. From the moment I joined and I took over as Chief Minister, even before that, for many years and decades, this has been a long pending demand of the SSA and the ad hoc teachers. And I'm happy that our MDA government today has taken this bold decision to take this forward and find a solution once and for all to this problem, which has been discussed in detail in multiple meetings with the teachers. I thank the teachers for their cooperation and for their patience. And I thank the Education Department, the Minister and the Commissioner Secretary and all the officials who have worked tirelessly to come to this point. And as I said, this will be a major game changer and a major decision that is going to reform the education sector in the days to come. Thank you very much.
मुख्यमंत्री कॉनराड के संगमा ने बैंड संगठन HNLC को कठोर चेतावनी देते हुए कहा कि सरकार किसी भी गैर कानूनी गतिविधि को बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगी। ये बयान उसके बाद आया है जब HNLC ने ईस्ट एंड हिल्स में धार कंपनी के प्रेमिसेस पर हुए IED ब्लास्ट की जिम्मेदारी ली। पुलिस ने पुष्टि की है कि संगठन के 2 ओवरग्राउंड वर्कर्स को 18 दिसंबर को गिरफ्तार किया गया है। सीएम ने कहा कि पुलिस के पास पर्याप्त सबूत है और दोषियों को कानून के कटघरे में लाया जाएगा।
had claimed responsibility for that IED attack on the Dhar company in East Janti Hills, and they have stated that they have done this attack because of the Deputy Chief Minister Masiya Balan Sahab's refusal to pay extortion. So, sir, how many politicians in Meghalaya are being served with demand notes by the HNLC?
That details I don't have with me, but earlier they were saying that he was paying, and now they're saying that he's not paying. So it's a very bit of contradictory thing. But the point here is that that obviously this kind of things will not be tolerated by the government. And I don't want to go too much into details, but the police has made very strong links, and I should say they've come to the conclusion. They have uh, they have information enough to act on this incident and with full evidence. And so therefore we will be I'm sure the SP will be sharing that with you tomorrow. I'm aware about it, but it's inappropriate for me to share. So action has been taken. Police has been very swift, and we have enough to act on the information on the incident that has happened, and the individuals behind that will definitely be picked up.
What will be your
So I have one question. The president of UP has had demand.
Last question. I've
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I'm sorry
Last
to
question,
rush.
sir.
Yeah.
Demanded that the government should make public the
report of
the
the
committee
expert committee
on
on
the
Oh
reception
yes,
policy.
yes, yes. It'll be
स्टेट कैबिनेट ने फाउंडेशनल स्टेज के लिए स्टेट करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क को मंजूरी दे दी है, जो प्री स्कूल से क्लास 1 तक लागू होगा। नया करिकुलम होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट, वैल्यू एजुकेशन और लोकल कल्चर पर केंद्रित होगा। खासी और गारो भाषाओं का अध्ययन अनिवार्य होगा। इस साल नए टेक्स्ट बुक्स ऑप्शनल रहेंगे, लेकिन अगले एकेडमिक ईयर से यह अनिवार्य हो जाएगा।
No introduction about the poet. So you cannot say if it is a he or a she. What is he? This person. You cannot say. You have to understand the poet, who the poet is, and then you will understand the poem better. Okay? Keep over your way. And C doesn't matter. You should be positive in life, right? That is what you mean? Sit down. Now you tell me, you were saying some things. I didn't understand half of it. What you
Keep distance. Keep distance. Keep distance. Keep distance only आ जाएगा। double आ जाएगा सारा। Keep distance. More distance रखो। Keep on. Keep on distance.
वो अंदर से एंगल अच्छा होगा।
फेस्टिव सीजन को देखते हुए शिलोंग ट्रैफिक पुलिस ने स्मूथ ट्रैफिक और पब्लिक सेफ्टी के लिए एडवाइजरी जारी की है। लोगों से पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट का उपयोग करने, रोड साइड पार्किंग से बचने, ट्रैफिक नियम मनाने और जिम्मेदारी से गाड़ी चलाने की अपील की गई है। पुलिस ने ड्रंक ड्राइविंग, ओवर स्पीडिंग और अन्य ट्रैफिक वायलेशंस पर सख्त एक्शन की चेतावनी दी है। स्टैनफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी की ग्लोबल एआई वाइब्रेंसी टूल के मुताबिक भारत आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के क्षेत्र में दुनिया का तीसरा सबसे कॉम्पिटिटिव देश बनकर उभर रहा है। भारत ने 21.59 पॉइंट स्कोर किए हैं और अमेरिका और चाइना के बाद रैंकिंग हासिल की है। ये ग्लोबल टेक्नोलॉजी रेस में एक बड़ी उपलब्धि मानी जा रही है। मेघालय सरकार ने मेजर पुलिस रिशफल किया है, जिसमें कई आईपीएस और एमपीएस अधिकारियों के प्रमोशन और ट्रांसफर शामिल है। ये रिशफल 1 जनवरी 2026 से प्रभावी होगा। इसका उद्देश्य पुलिस प्रदर्शन और ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी को मजबूत बनाना है।
ऊपर ऊपर
Number 6 is commanded by Cadet Sub-Inspector Mituma Basubagani. Number 2 is commanded by Cadet Sub-Inspector Clifford Gohai. Platoon number 1 is commanded by Cadet Sub-Inspector Dilkamal Gogoi. Rua.
मेघालय सरकार ने उमियाम लेक पर ताज उमियाम रिजॉर्ट और स्पा के निर्माण के लिए भूमि हैंडओवर कर दी है। 330 करोड़ के निवेश के साथ ये राज्य का सबसे बड़ा हॉस्पिटैलिटी प्रोजेक्ट होगा और टूरिज्म को बड़ी बूस्ट मिलेगी।
Prioritizing local youth while also catalyzing growth in allied sectors such as transport, handicrafts, food supply chains, and experiential tourism. To this land handover, responsibility and a strong partnership between the people and private sector, we are confident that with Taj Hotel legacy of excellency, professionalism, and commitment to sustainability, this project will emerge as a flagship destination not only for Meghalaya.
Today is not just the handover of a land, it is the handover of a shared dream, a dream where nature, culture, and responsible development work hand in hand. For us at Indian Hotels Company Limited, the moment is deeply meaningful. Meghalaya is a land of stories, of mist-covered hills, crystal waters, and communities that welcome the world with open hearts.
This hotel, it will now be 8 hotels under construction and various others under different stages. So at IHCL, our chairman says that when you work for IHCL and when you work for Tatas, it is you're working for the nation. So that's what we are doing, the nation building. And thank you all for having us here, and we really look forward to having this as one of our best properties in Northeast, across India as well. Thank you.
Shukam.
When we are talking about developing tourism, it is a large canvas, as I always say. It's a large picture. It's the entire sector in front of us, the entire state in front of us. And to be able to create this large canvas and this picture and this painting that we envision to create has different parts to it. And therefore, for a person to look at just one part of the canvas and think or feel or comment that this government is only for 5-star hotels would be missing out the large picture, would be missing out the larger goal and objective we have. Today, Meghalaya has one of the most aggressive policies when it comes to homestays. 800 homestays are being constructed as we speak. And the policies and programs and schemes have been laid down to have 3,000 homestays. These homestays will ensure that the people will directly benefit from the brand Meghalaya which we are trying to create. Where individuals who will say that, well, now Meghalaya has got 5-star hotels. Now Meghalaya has got its airport coming up. Now Meghalaya has got different festivals that are happening. Now Meghalaya has got different cultural programs. Meghalaya has their entrepreneurs being supported. Meghalaya has programs to support tourist taxis where under Prime we are giving Innovas to our youngsters, training to our guides, different programs for the eatery and culinary festivals that we have, and so on and so forth. And when you look at this entire canvas of what's happening, you will realize that this is just one dot in the entire canvas of the tourism sector and the growth story of our state which we are trying to achieve. When these homestays come up, it is the people who will benefit. When tourists come to Meghalaya and they go to a restaurant to eat, it is our local people, the restaurant owners and the people working in the restaurant who will benefit. If we do not have these infrastructures, tourists will not come. Our tourist taxis will suffer. Our homestays will suffer. Our restaurants will suffer. Our small self-help groups that make beautiful rindiyas, different handicrafts, they will suffer. And hence, for us as a state and as a government, for the last 7.5 years, we have been working with a holistic policy. And as mentioned, every piece of this entire image, picture, canvas that we're trying to create has got its role to play. Very soon, as you are all aware, and I expect that by 2027 mid, maybe July, August, September, I'm very hopeful that larger commercial flights will land directly here in Umroi Airport. Flights coming in straight from Mumbai, flights coming in straight from Hyderabad, flights coming in straight from Delhi, Bangalore, you name it. This will be maybe one of the biggest game changers for us. And you can imagine at that point in time the kind of flow of tourists who will come straight here and the benefits that our people will receive. Government of India has sanctioned the express corridor amounting to close to 25,000 crores. It'll pass right through these hills up here in Umiam and go all the way to Silchar from Guwahati. Which means from Umiam to reach Guwahati airport, I'm guessing, I really don't know, but I'm guessing would be somewhere between an hour and a half.
सिंगापुर पुलिस ने स्पष्ट किया है कि मशहूर सिंगर जुबिन गार्ग की मौत के मामले में अभी तक किसी क्रिमिनल फाउल प्ले का सबूत नहीं मिले हैं। जुबिन गार्ग की 19 सितंबर को स्विमिंग के दौरान मौत हो गई थी। फाइनल कॉज ऑफ डेथ जानने के लिए अर्ली 2026 में कोरोनर्स इंक्वायरी की उम्मीद है। इसरो का सबसे शक्तिशाली रॉकेट LVM-3 बाहुबली 24 दिसंबर को श्रीहरिकोटा से लॉन्च होने वाला है। यह रॉकेट 6500 kg का ब्लूबर्ड 6 सैटेलाइट ले जाएगा, जिसका उद्देश्य नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ग्लोबल सैटेलाइट इंटरनेट नेटवर्क बनाना है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने राजस्थान के 10 प्राइवेट डेंटल कॉलेजेस पर 10 करोड़ रुपए का जुर्माना लगाया है नीट एडमिशन नॉर्म्स के उल्लंघन करने के लिए। कोर्ट ने कहा कि ये एजुकेशन स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ गंभीर समझौता है। बांग्लादेश में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति लगातार बिगड़ रही है, जहां हिंसा और मिनॉरिटीज पर हमलों की खबरें आ रही है। वहीं पाकिस्तान में TTP ने एक बड़ा हमला किया है, जिसमें 4 सिक्योरिटी पर्सनल मारे गए हैं।
চেষ্টা করছি বিক্ষুব্ধ ছাত্র জনতা কিন্তু সায়রাটে ভাঙচুরের করছে। দর্শক আপনাদেরকে দেখানোর চেষ্টা করছি। ভাঙচুরে করা হচ্ছে, আপনাদেরকে সরাসরি দেখানোর চেষ্টা করছি।
अमेरिका ने सीरिया में इस्लामिक स्टेट के टारगेट्स पर बड़े एयर स्ट्राइक्स शुरू किए हैं। ये एक्शन पिछले हफ्ते हुए टेररिस्ट हमले में 2 US आर्मी सोल्जर्स के मारे जाने के बाद लिया गया। अब वक्त हो चुका है आपसे विदा लेने का। कल फिर मिलेंगे कुछ और खबरों के साथ। तब तक के लिए हमें इजाजत दीजिए। नमस्कार।